Blessings to everybody. One more morning. Come on up in here, man. This shouldn't even take that long. I've been saying that I was going to do it for a little minute. And I've been saying it for a little minute, but I just never did a video about it with the title being mentioned. So, I'm deciding to do it now. But, get up in here, man. Man, we're so blessed to be up in here another day. It feels so good. Man, it's a blessed day. I don't know what you're going through, or how you feeling. But man, it's such a blessing to see life one more day. It's such a blessing to be here one more time. With the activity of our limbs, we still got, our liberty in society. Our head is above ground. Come on, brother. It is a blessed day. Come on, woman, it's a blessed day to be here. I don't know if anybody told you, man, but you're not here because you lucky. You're not here by a coincidence. You're not here because it just happened. You here because God ordained it. Amen. The game ordained it for you to be here another day. And I'm happy about that. I'm proud about that. Not just for me, but for you, man. We got people dying, all over. People can't even go to the grocery store. People can't even go to school. Children can't even go to the park. Hey, man, it's a blessing to be here. So, man, like I said, I don't know what y'all going through, but I'm very, 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 very appreciative to God for blessing me to see one more day, man. Get them likes up. You already know what it is. This shouldn't take long. Yeah, I've been saying this for a little minute, man. I just decided to turn it into a message, man. I'm going to let the people decide on, I'm going to let my Patreon family decide on whether or not to just put this on Patreon. But some of y'all been hearing me say this from the beginning to the ninth inning, man. In the beginning, where my boy Sepulveda the Prince at? In the beginning. Oh, man, I just got to talk about that for a little bit. Get them likes up, man. Hurry up. Get up in here, man. I had to just kick some game for the established, knowledgeable, in position pimping. Yeah. You know what I mean? This is basically, something for the pimping, man. The established pimping. You know what I mean? The knowledgeable, powerful, impeccable individuals, man, that's in position to really do some pimping, man. Some it's a revelation, and some, man, it's just keeping them in remembrance of this game. So by all means, man, come up in here, man, hit this like button, man, so we can get right to it. Because I got messages, man, to bring today. I feel like teaching this game today. You know what I mean? Oh, man, we get to the choosing fees today. You niggas always want me to sing and things, man. You know what I mean? We gonna sing later on, but why we got 225 people up in here and it's only 98 likes, don't do the game like that. Come on now, I told you I want to get right into this game, but, show respect to the game. Sinful never asks you for no money. I never asked you for no money. Everybody that's in Cash Apps and PayPals and Super Chats, they be doing that out of respect for the game. You know what I mean? But in all honesty, I never asked for it. But the one thing I do ask you for, and that I appreciate sincerely, is them likes, man. Because I need the likes in order to get the recommendations. I need the likes to get the notifications out. As you can see, I don't got no thumbnail. I didn't come up with no fancy title. I do all that after I finish the video. I just wanted to get straight into it. But I've been saying this for a little minute. And some of y'all been hearing me say this in a minute. Me and Sepulveda the Prince, we be going back and forth. In the beginning, some of y'all caught it when I said it, but some people don't understand what I be saying when I say, in the beginning. So I definitely now have to give, some clarity, about it, man. So by all means, get up in here, man, hit that like button, and let's fellowship in this game. I'm so glad that you made it another morning, But many times, in the lifestyle, of course, you have women endeavoring to get, with you, professing that they want to choose up with you. And even though we use, the word choose, but in reality, she just has a liking for you, or she may want to pay some respect, to you, because they really don't know what they be saying when they even say choose. Because when a woman really choose you, it's going to be more than green papers with dead hypocrites on it that's going to be given. When a woman truly choose you, that means she's giving you her obedience. She's in compliance to everything that you conveying and saying. Anything that you want to do, yes. That's when you have truly chosen. It's not that you gave 5,000, 10,000, 20, 50,000, but no, you're walking in the spirit of obedience. If the pimpin' tell you to relinquish this, if the pimpin' tell you to relinquish that, if the pimpin' wanted you to come off that car, if the pimpin' wanted you to come off that property, if the pimpin' wanted you to do this and do that, you have no, problem doing that, because you have, basically your whole compliance, the spirit of obedience, in this man. You trust the instructions of this man. You trust the wisdom of this man. You have said within your heart, in your mind, that I believe you to the point where I trust you. I trust you with my life. I believe in your game. I believe in your pimping. And so when people be talking about, oh, I chose, not really, baby. You just gave some money. But when you get established in the game, a lot of people gonna come because they like your situation. Then some of us not only established in the game, but some of us got fame to our name in the game, which will make more women gravitate to you simply because you are established. You do have a home, or you do have multiple homes. When different individuals are driving foreign cars to hotel rooms, you basically have different homes to lay your head on, And that's not a diss to anybody, but we got a lot of that in the game. Folks got rings and chains on, and Cadillacs and Benzes, but they pulling up to, a hotel or a motel, at the end of the, no. So I'm talking to the established, pimps, the pimps with the credit. The pimps basically that, you have your place. You got multiple places. Your women got places. You know what I mean? They know that you are established. You're not hurting for anything. You're not hurting for anything. Whether she comes with that or whether she doesn't, your necessities and desires are taken care of. You might be an individual like myself, that takes care of, like me. I don't, because I've learned from prior situations, sinful is not a month-to-month type of person. See, and what do you mean by that? Because I like to take care of my business, because the lifestyle that we live, you don't know what could happen. You could get locked up today, or something could transpire where you get hurt. And, instead of basically putting other people that don't know what they're doing in a position to basically preside over your business, why not take care of your business right now? Why wait till next month to pay them bills when you sitting on hundreds of thousands? You can knock that bill off for the whole year. Some of you like to move. Some of you could buy that house, but you're renting that house out because you don't know what could happen. Everybody got a different mentality. But you still have enough money to knock that rent out for the whole year. That phone bill, the whole year, the car note, whatever you got going on. Some of us are in a position where you could just take care of everything just like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'd rather for you to move like that, because you don't know, what can transpire, in your today or tomorrow. So right now, while you're in the position of power to take care of your business, by all means, take care of your business. Because, you don't want to be in jail and you got to wait on a three-way, or you got to call this person and this person is too damn slow to preside over your business and shit. I've been through some things. So I don't never want to be in that type of position again. So again, you know what I mean? You might be a young P, you know what I mean, that right now you're having a great run. You know what I mean? You having them, you know what I mean? I'm talking to individuals that's having over 50,000 and up type of months. You know what I mean? You checking more than $50,000, you know, within the month. You know, 50 and up. You doing your thing, young P. You know what I mean? You're in position to take care of your business. You know? So, like I said, you know, when you in a position like that, you know, your mentality is different than the P that don't have it. Now, some P's stand on principle, you know, regardless of whether they have it or not. And them the real, you know, real deal P's. Because if a nigga is only that nigga when he got some money and some materialistic things, and in all reality, he's not that nigga. Because if you take away the green papers with dead hypocrites on it with the materialistic things, he's not that guy anymore. Appreciate that, Bill. Good looking for appreciating this game. But yeah, you know, if you're only that nigga when you have materialistic things, when you only have hoes and clothes and, you know what I mean, vehicles and things like that, in all actuality, you're not that nigga. I've been around people in the game and outside the game, and as I like to say, they had a false confidence. It was an arrogance that only existed because their situation existed. But once the situation didn't exist no more, you know, that false confidence, that fake little arrogance, it was gone. You know what I mean? Because it only existed because of the situation. That really wasn't them. So that's what I mean by, you know, individuals standing on principle, whether they have it or not. But what I will say, when you do have it though, when you're really pimping, and when the game is really blessing you, you can really stand like you've been standing, but you can stand more with power. Why? Because you're pimping. Because the game is blessing you. So when them bitches come and they talk about some, yeah, I want to fuck with you, and you know, yeah, I got this watch, and yeah, I got 10,000 and 20,000 and all of that. You know, and this is why I encourage you to donate. This is why I told you to get involved with donating to charities and doing things for the community, not just so much to be a blessing to your campaign, but be a blessing to the people. And also putting you in the mind state of a king. P, what do you mean by that? See, because when servants come up talking about, I got 10,000 and I got 20,000 as a king, you be like, you're not really impressed with that because you've given that little shit away. Oh man, let me talk my shit. You know, when they come through the door talking about, I got 10, I got 20, I got 30, I got 50. You know, you in your mind, you're like, I've given that away in jugs. I've donated that. You know, I'm not really moved. I'm not gonna kiss your ass or make a deal or, you know, sit up there and call you. You know what I mean? I called you, but you didn't call back. I'm not gonna keep chasing you or, you know, or chase you at all. I'm not gonna come down from the heavens and kiss your ashy ass because I'm governed by this shit called pimping. I'm governed by the spirit of flyness, and it prevents me from disrespecting me. You know, I'm so fucking valuable that I refuse to devalue myself. But yes, man, you know what I mean? That's another reason why I encourage you, you know, not just, you know, that it's a blessing to the people, it's a blessing to you. You know, side note, just had to take a little side note right there. Because, you know, I mean, I'm always been encouraging you guys to be a blessing to the people. But you don't understand that when you're a blessing to the people, you're really being a blessing to yourself. Because you can't beat God at giving. You can't beat the game at giving. Everything that you've done under the S-U-N, the S-O-N of the Father will reward you, you know what I mean, for that, you know? But again, you know, it's just a mind state when you've done so many things and when you're having so many things, when you having your way in the game, and when different, you know, women come in and I got this and I got this and I can get this, you know, it's just little ducats to you. You're in a position of power. Whether she do, that'd be cool for her. You know what I mean? Because I'm more of a blessing to her than she could be a blessing to me at any time. That's just the mind state of somebody that's having it their way. If you come, game bless you. If you don't, I mean, hey, it is what it is. Everybody's not going to be able to stand up to this pimping. It's just real. But going to my message though, in the beginning, and the reason why I'm calling it in the beginning, because so many of us in an interview, we do way too much talking. Some of us love to hear ourselves talk, and we talk ourselves out of the fee. You're talking yourself out of a choosing fee. I told you that sometimes the pimping this lifestyle be reminding me of church in so many ways. I've seen preachers, over-preach a message. The message was done 2 hours ago. But he still, God, he said to Nathaniel, go up here. And it's like, brother, Mary had a little lamb. Brother, you've been saying that for a little minute now. We got the message. You're over-preaching the message. Or, the Spirit of God might give a minister something, but because he's in his arrogance, he just keeps on going. And that's the same way that certain pimps in interviews with hoes, he's not even listening. He's not asking questions. He's not finding out about her prior situation or her prior situations. Because within that interview, a woman will give you the blueprint on how to preside over the matter if you just listen. But we have some that, are so zealous. They're so arrogant. They feel like they're so heaven sent that within the conversation, he's not even listening to the woman. He's just talking to be talking. And now he didn't talk himself out of a fee. He talked to, and I've heard women actually, say that. They're like, I talked to him, but after a while, I was like, no, I don't want to do this. He talked himself out of that. He thought that, oh man, I pimped. No, you over-talked out of that. I don't even want to say over-pimped because in all reality, you was just moving unwise. You might have was talking about some pimping, but you just overtly, you went a little bit too much. The game had already told you to cease from doing that, but you kept going. As a result, you don't have what the game was endeavoring to bless you with. But the reason why I say in the beginning is because I don't want to be an overworked, underpaid pimp. All right? So I'm not going to give her any revelations because the accumulations is not equivalent to the revelation that I'm able to give. Do you understand what I'm saying? I know that I have hidden treasures, not just about the lifestyle, but about life. So with that being said, when I'm talking to a woman, whatever amount of money that she has or whatever money that, I'm encouraging her to get, during that time, I'm not giving her no revelations about life or the lifestyle. Why? Because number one, I haven't broke on her yet. I've actually sat down and I've listened to different individuals while they was on the phone talking to a bride. And you would have thought that the bride, is already, broken herself. She been with him for a while. But no, P just like hearing himself talk. And then you also have individuals that, the bitch did break herself. She did get involved with him. But the bitch been 300 and 500 and 600 and 700 and all of this by the grace of God. She ain't really paying him like a pimp supposed to be paid. But he's providing her revelations about how to get more money. He's giving her revelations on locations on where to go get the money. And don't you understand that when that bride blows up, she can leave with the game basically that you've given her. She's gone with your game. You don't even have half of the money that you were supposed to have, but the bitch got your game though. And then I also told you in times past, women will play stupid, will play slow. Is it the bitch don't, don't know this and that, just so you can keep talking. You know what I mean? That's why I said in the beginning. P, why you keep saying in the beginning? Meaning that that's when the scripture says in the Bible, in the beginning, God created the heavens and earth, meaning that I'm not going past Genesis 1:1. Until the Spirit of God gives a minister to preach, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, and on and on and on and on and on and on and on. I'm going to stay right there at Genesis 1:1. That's just how I am in the pimp game. I'm not going to reveal any treasures about this game. I'm not going to give you no uncommon information. I might sit up there, and give you some testimonies so we can find compatibility and commonality, amongst each other. We got a common ground. We compatible in these areas. I got you laughing. I got you entertained. I got you intrigued. I'm having conversations to build up the anticipation of us meeting one another. But I'm never going to give this broad game on how to get more money or where to go or how to do this and how to do that. Why? You know what I mean? Because you have to protect, like I told you in times past, the treasures of this game. So that's why I say in the beginning. You know what I mean? In the beginning. I'm not going no further. I'm not going to teach you anything that's going to help you, gain this or gain that, and I haven't gained first. I told you in that video where we were speaking about the interview, when you having a conversation, with a woman, and she tell you that she don't know this or she don't know that, always remember that, like I told you, some might tell you they might want to speak on some things, and I've seen it where some individuals, they were so arrogant. Oh, I know this. Okay, well, this is how you do this, and see, this is why you should be. By the time he finished telling her all of this shit, the bitch got all your the bitch got all of your treasures, and she's gone. Another thing, man. Like I said, I told you, this message, supposed the prince just got up in here. I told him, P. I said, I was like, let me go ahead and do this. I've been saying I'm gonna do it for a while, but. Another thing, every woman has different comprehensions. Every woman has different comprehensions, meaning that you might have one woman, you might drop some game on her, and she took it like Jerry Rice. Y'all got that Joe Montana, Jerry Rice shit going on. You just perfect. Whatever you throw, she just catches it, and she got it. It's just in her, man. Y'all just got that. Y'all have it. The chemistry is just undeniable. The game truly ordained for y'all to be together in the game. You could just feel it. You got the perfect pimping hole, unity and spirit going on. Y'all just got it. You don't have to put all things in simplicity when you're talking to her. Her comprehension is blessed. And then you have some women that you're going to have to allow the spirit of pimping, allow the spirit of the game to minister to you so you can have the correct teaching methods to basically convey this game to her. It's not that she doesn't have a beautiful comprehension. She just comprehends differently than that woman that, just got it like that. You know what I mean? But you have some that, catch it, at a slower pace, so you're going to have to take your time. But why? While you're taking your time, lacing this woman, teaching this woman, you make sure that you do not give this bride any treasures of the game until it's the appointed time for you to bless her with treasures of the game. I'm gonna give you some examples. You know, when I was staying out there in Scottsdale, man, I love Scottsdale. I still miss Scottsdale still to this day. I love it out here. Don't get it twisted. But as soon as I get my citizenship out here, I already told you I'm going right back to Scottsdale. I'm gonna have a place in Scottsdale, and pretty much the way I want to do things is I'm gonna do summer and all of that, of course, still out here. But when it get cold out here, I just end up going to Scottsdale. I miss Scottsdale, but when I allowed different people to stay with me when I was in Scottsdale, different individuals, didn't value the information. They didn't value the location the way that they should have. And as a result, that's why you have a lot of bums. That's why you have a lot of scumbags. That's why you have a lot of prostitutes, that once a time, had potential to be something in the game, know certain information that they shouldn't have. They shouldn't even have that information. But when you don't value your information, when you don't value your location the way that you should, you tend to give things that shouldn't be given to certain individuals. Hey, Paulina, hey, babe. You know what I mean? Saying, what do you mean by that? Listen, I allow certain people, if I can go back, I would have never allowed them to come into my house. They would have never been blessed to come into my house. They would have never, listen, we're going to just use sinful as an example. There were certain women that I allowed to come into my life during that time that I wish I can go back because they didn't even deserve, to smell a pimp's cologne, let alone be in my home, But because of, marketability, because of, how it is, when you live in that, as I like to say, you in that AZ, it's different when you go in that fashion show mall and you coming up in there with the snow, you come up in there, with something Jewish, or maybe you might come in there with something Russian, different, it's just a different, even the people there, they look at you different. People that know what I'm talking about, they know what I'm talking about. If you never had this experience, you wouldn't even know. Do me a favor, man. 723 people listening. Why I only got 338 likes? Get my likes up. Make my likes look like the viewers. Everybody hit the like button. I'm never going to ask you for no money. Sin just want them likes. I want them likes to be up. Don't disrespect the game. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure you click on the subscribe and bell button. But, when we had, why would I return back to that place? I had some good times, baby. I'll go into all of that later, Katrina. But yeah, man, during this time, when I would go up in there, of course, they look at you, they treat you different. And this is not to disrespect or any other color, of women, any race of women at all. But we're not going to sit up here and play dumb and act as if you don't go into certain places when you come up in there with them blondes and, you come up in there, from something, foreign that, niggas and not just niggas, but them white people. Everybody treat you, look at you differently, And so, that particular feeling, and not just that feeling, but, you will notice that it's a lot easier for certain brides to get inside of certain establishments because of the color of their skin. Not saying that the black woman can't obtain that level of success because, the in the game have been hit by black women. So please don't get into your feelings with sin just conveying the truth. But it's much easier for that snow at times to get inside of different environments and get into a development, of some things. Okay? But while I was there in Scottsdale, yes, sin was having it its way. That Paradise Valley and that Scottsdale was treating me lovely. But at the same time, there was information that I gave. There were certain locations that I revealed to individuals that didn't deserve that shit. And I don't want you to repeat my history in that capacity. Not only did I bless certain women, with certain information that they didn't deserve, but I blessed even certain guys that I was once cool with at once upon a time. Some of y'all on my Patreon already know what I'm talking about because you seen the post that I posted this morning. We'll, speak on that at a later time. But I had revealed certain treasures when I should have just been on some in the beginning shit with them. P, what you mean by that, man? Sticking to the basics. Nothing out of this world. Nothing gigantic, nothing uncommon. Sticking to the basics. That's what I mean by that. You stick to the basics with those individuals. You don't give them no hidden treasures. You don't give them no uncommon information. You don't give them no revelations. You stick to the basics. Keep the short. Keep them entertained. Keep them laughing. You know what I mean? Keep them entertained and things. But don't ever drop no game on them. Why? Because they don't deserve it. Next thing you know, you'll have individuals with that information, doing things with that information, that they shouldn't do it. But you can't even feel bad because you're the one that enabled them to do the shit that they doing. That's why I say you got to protect your treasures. The word of God speaks about King Hezekiah. And when you go into, I think it's 2 Kings, the 20th chapter, and you look at King Hezekiah. King Hezekiah had, displeased God. Why? Because he revealed those treasures. What am I saying? He didn't keep it in the beginning with them people. He wanted to show off his treasures. He wanted to show off everything in the house. He wanted to show all, the gold. He wanted to show all of it. And man, you can't do that with individuals, man. You might be sitting over there showing your treasures to the enemy and you don't even know. Hezekiah was showing them treasures to individuals that didn't even mean them no good. And that's just like some of you with certain women that you're talking to. You revealing things to women that don't mean you no good. Some of you are giving some good, classic, impeccable game to a bitch that'll tell on you. Some of you are lacing, bras to do this and do that, and you giving her some Harvard University game. And that just might be the same individual that Satan might use to testify against you in court. Know who you dealing with. Know who you presiding over. Know who you talking to. Everybody's not worthy of your presence. Everybody's not worthy of your game. Everybody's not worthy of your pimping. Everybody's not worthy of you. Every pretty face and, beautiful eyes and good markability and things like that, man, the enemy come all type of ways. You got to look past that. When I'm talking about just not blessing them with the game and things like that, I'm talking about don't bless them with you. Because above all of the information, it's you. It's the anointing that the game got on your life. It's the anointing that God has on your life. You're special and peculiar. You're not regular and familiar. God has his hand on your life to do great things. So the enemy will sit up there and send different individuals in your life, to destroy you. You got to be watchful. You got to pay attention. And let me say this. When an individual, when a bitch show you who she is the first time, believe her motherfucking ass. You know what I mean? And let me also say this. Sometimes you just got to charge it to the game. You might been talking to an individual, or you might been mashing on this bitch, you know what I mean, for a little while. But you could already kind of see, you know, certain things in the broad that's contrary to your liking. God is already showing you. The game is already showing you, but you keep looking past what's right in your face. That same bride that you keep looking past this issue that's clearly right in front of you, that very same thing that you like, I just pimp past it. And the game is showing you like, damn, man, I can really see this bride telling on me. I can see this bride setting me up. I can see this bride sitting over there getting into some evangelism with the criticism and lying on my name, you know, in this game, in the streets, in social media. I can see this bitch being a headache. You just know she's the type, but you still dealing with her. Once the game show you, you understand me, who you dealing with, leave her alone. Don't walk over the spirit of the game. Trust the spirit of pimping within you. Don't worry about that little ass money. Don't worry about them watches that she might get. Don't worry about, you know what I'm saying, you know, her markability and how fine she is and all that type of shit. You are who you are. You know what I'm saying? What do I mean by that? That's a message that's gonna be coming. I am that I am. And because I am that I am, I didn't get lucky having this bitch. I didn't get lucky having this money. I didn't get lucky having these hoes. I didn't get lucky with the situation that I am in. I am that I am. I have what I have because I am that I am. I'm not no motherfucking lucky ass nigga. I'm not a hoe hustling ass nigga. I'm not some nigga that slipped up on a banana peel and fell into a goddamn situation. The reason why it's so fucking easy for me to fire a bitch or get rid of a motherfucker that don't deserve to be in my presence is because I am that I fucking am. I'm not pretending to be something. I am that I am. I made these hoes. And just like I made these hoes, I can make some new hoes. I am that I am. I speak it into existence. I am that I am, not making myself equal with God, but I was fearfully and wonderfully made by God. So even in carnality, reality is I am still a reflection of the Most High. Even while I'm temporarily out of the will of God, I am still the reflection of the Most High. I was fearfully and wonderfully made. The gifts and callings of God are without repentance. I am that I am. I ain't got to kiss a bitch ass. I ain't got to beg a motherfucker to not, you know, don't leave. Please do right. Please obey me. Please stop disrespecting me. Please acknowledge me. Why you didn't call? Why you didn't do this? Why you didn't do that? I told you to charge your phone before you went to work. Why you keep web surfing? Why you keep being on the internet while you're on the blade and your phone keep going out? I told you to do this. I told you to work out. I told you to read. I don't gotta beg you to do right. Why? Because it's an innumerable amount of you that's willing to do right. Fuck, I look like begging you to do right. I am that I am. And because of that, because of my mentality, appreciate that, Andre, for respecting the game. Because of that, because of my mentality, I don't ever have to reduce myself. I don't have to devalue myself. I don't have to make a deal. If a bitch basically is pushing herself away or she's being disrespectful by not being obedient, you know what I mean? Well, if it's that easy for you to be that disobedient, if it's that easy for you to be that disrespectful, then it's just that motherfucking easy for me to allow you to go the fuck out my life. I am that I am. I am that I am. In the beginning. You know? In the beginning. That's why I told you. Don't be giving no motherfucking, you understand me, uncommon information, you know what I mean, to motherfuckers that don't deserve this shit. That's not blessed, you know what I mean, that's don't deserve this game. That's why I told you that when you speaking to a broad and she's endeavoring to get with you, or she done already been breaking herself, you've been having her down, you know, you might have had it over a month or whatever, you know what I mean? You might have had it for 2 months, but you know, you might be somebody like me. I'm not so easy to bring a new bitch around my family. Oh man, let me talk a little bit. I'm in Canada. And I ain't gonna call no bitches names, but man, let me just tell you this. In my DM, when you get past all of the niggas that's asking questions or basically giving me words of gratitude because of the multitude of things that they learned from the platform, there's a multitude, you understand me, of squares, a multitude of strippers, a multitude, you understand me, of hoes, almost damn near saying the same goddamn thing. I've learned so much from you than I learned from my own P. What's the choosing fee? Seeing, you know, the squares. Do you ever see yourself getting out the game? You know, but because I value my time, I don't reply to everybody. It's been some bitches that's been sitting in my DM, man, for months. I ain't responded yet. And they gonna respond. Why? Because I already know these conversations ain't gonna lead to me having some money. These conversations ain't gonna lead to no edification. It's not gonna lead to no accumulation. So why do I want to have a conversation with anybody like that? Appreciate you respecting the game, brother. Blessings to you. Glory to the game. You're guilty? Okay, well you got an opportunity to come to the altar of the game, man, and get yourself right. You know, before development comes, acknowledgement got to come first. And you already had integrity to show some type of acknowledgement. So there's hope for you. But I've been blessed for months. Listen, I don't mean to be arrogant, but the way that these bitches be treating some of y'all, that's how I treat them bitches. Did you hear me? The way that bitches be treating y'all, that's the way I treat them bitches. Bad as a motherfucker. Oh yeah, that's cool, but I know she ain't talking about nothing. I ain't gonna answer. The spirit of the game within me let me know if somebody playing or not. You know what I'm saying? You have broads try to ask you a goddamn choosing fee, and sometimes my only response was putting my website, as a response. Because I thought to myself, if you got all this money you profess to have, then what the fuck is spending $200, which, I'm letting y'all know now. Enjoy that $200 while you can. After this summer, it will be no more $200 consultation. I've been doing that with y'all for years, and I already pretty much got my, clientele. So some of you gonna be able to step it up. Some of you won't. I understand. But yes, after the summer, we're not doing no more $200 consultations. You know what I mean? I put in a lot of work. So, I definitely deserve to go higher, and that's what I'm doing. So you better get your $200 consultations while you can, because after the summer, there will not be any more $200 consultations. I've done that for a long while now. And you have dating coaches who don't even have any information to give you. And these motherfuckers is charging $500 and $1,000 and all of this shit. No. Yeah. So once again, after this summer, there will be no more $200 consultations. Throw that away. So yeah, you better enjoy the summer while you can. Enjoy the summer, man. But man, when it comes to, the broads, talking about what they got, or, what's the choosing fee and all of that type of shit, or a bitch might come in and give you a buffet of compliments. you got to watch that shit too. Bitch trying to give you an all-you-can-hear buffet of compliments. What did I tell you? When you really focused on being focused, you don't even pay attention to the negativity, and neither do you pay attention to the positivity. See, I got to give honor when honor is due. I got some great teachings from presiding Donald L. Mosley out of the Way of Holiness Mission at 1041 South Halsted, in Chicago, Illinois. Elder Mosley taught me that, son, this is when I was a man of God. This is when I was a young minister. And Elder Mosley used to tell me, son, when God uses you, after God uses you to teach or preach, after you have taught, after God has used you to preach, instantly go home. Do not wait after service, talking to people. Whatever God has used you, he might have led you to pray. He might have led you to exhort. Whatever God has, done as far as using you as a vessel in the service, instantly go home. Because if you stay after service, the people gonna make you into a god. They gonna blow your head up. They gonna sit up there and give you compliment after compliment. And it's gonna be into vainglory. So to abstain from vainglory, and don't even allow that spirit to even minister to you after God uses you, son, just go home. Because the people gonna try to make you a god. So it's just like that, even in carnality. Because reality is, you have some people trying to give you a buffet of compliments, and a lot of times it'll blow your head up, and now you're not focused on being focused on the goal, the message. Now you're focused on yourself. Now you're giving praise and worship, to yourself instead of this game. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of people, are in my DM constantly saying things, and I never respond. Because the spirit of the game is not leading me to acknowledge them, especially women that just want to tell me how intelligent I am, how handsome I am. But the bitch ain't trying to, she ain't really trying to fuck with me for real. So this is a waste of time. Every now and then if somebody's like really sincere, if she sincerely, somebody that really appreciates this game and she's just showing love, yeah, I acknowledge that, from time to time. But for the most part, no, I don't. I can tell when a bride just basically, she's a pimp groupie. Let me just spend 2 seconds on that. When it comes to pimp groupies, you definitely just ask questions. You never give them answers to any questions. You never give them any revelations. Within the conversation, you just keep your conversation very little. You might make some jokes here and there just so, you keep the laughter going. But she's a pimp groupie. She's not a hoe. She's a pimp groupie, meaning that, she goes from pimp to pimp. She likes to follow all the pimps on Instagram. She's friends with all of the pimps, on Facebook. She got her favorite pimps, that she likes. She fantasizes about, having sex, with these guys. She's a pimp groupie. If the pimping right now pulled up on her, she's definitely going to be more than willing to make that pimp file for sperm bankruptcy. She's willing to suck, fuck, do all of that. She's just really into the pimping. She liked the masculinity of the pimping, the confidence of a pimp, the whole aura, the persona of a pimp. She just loves the anointing, that comes from the pimping. But she's not willing to do any hoeing for the pimping. She's just a pimp groupie. Then you have some that are willing to prostitute, but it's really only for fame, because she just with this guy because he's popular. It's not so much she loves the game. She really don't love the game. She just loves the fame that comes to his name. She's a pimp groupie. So yeah, she might get in and out of cars. She might sit up there and post on the internet, but it's not really because she sincerely loves the game or has a love or respect for the game. She's just a pimp groupie. She's just a pimp groupie. After she leaves you, she will go to the next motherfucker, with some fame. The best person to give you as an example for that is that bitch Janae. The conscious community, they be calling her Natiri. One minute she was with Nature Boy. One minute she was with TKO. Then the next minute she was on the west side of Chicago, with King Musa. Then she was with this other code. Then 2 other seconds she was with this. She's going wherever she can go where individuals' names is kind of buzzing. If your name got a buzz with it, if it got any type of popularity with it, she'll suck your dick. She'll fuck you. She want to be in pictures with you. She want to be in the videos with you. She's willing to do all of that, because she's a groupie. She's a groupie for the fame. She just want to feel a part of something. She just want to feel important. And that's another thing, you have to watch what you say. It's not just information pertaining to the game that's the hidden treasures. You got to protect yourself as far as giving certain women information that they could use to harm you. You can't give them certain information, man, that can harm. P, what you mean by that? Be very careful about showing a woman that you just met or you really don't know like that where you live. She don't need to know where you rest. She don't even need to meet the family. Get my likes up. Everybody hit the like button. She might not need to meet the family. You so quick to introduce her, to your hoes. She don't deserve to meet your hoes. She don't deserve to meet your family. She don't need to meet the individuals that's really, really with you like that. She don't. You don't know her. And not just that, why give information to an individual that you don't even know is an enemy or not? You don't know this broad like that. You know what I mean? So, like I said, when I'm speaking on information, it's not just information on how to get money or where to go get it and how to do this and how to do that. You know what I mean? You have to protect yourself. When I say treasures, valuable. And where you rest your head at, that's valuable information. Appreciate you respecting the game. She don't need to know these things. You don't know her like that. There's certain women, man, that got upset because they didn't find out till later on certain things with me. And I didn't lie to them. It's just that there's appointed times to reveal certain things. I don't know you like that. Why in the fuck would I give you that? There were certain women that I turned out to the game, and before that, I didn't come to them as sinful to P. I came to them as Brandon. So because I came to them as Brandon, I took time to, build a rapport. Some might say, well, why you didn't come, as sinful to P? And then you got some, man, I come through the door, letting the bitch know, man, it's pimping. Yeah, but when you've been convicted for pandering and living of the earnings of prostitution, it's not wise to tell every woman you pimping. It's not, that's not the wise thing to do. Looks like you're looking for another pimping case. And I'm not looking for that. So you have to be wise on what the fuck come out your mouth. Not just protecting information that's beneficial, pertaining to money or pertaining to how to do this or how to do that. But you also have to protect yourself as far as beneficial information. Now, there are certain women, right off the bat, it didn't even take long. Instantly, when you was talking, it was just a cold chemistry. That's why some women get jealous. Well, how come, she would, and every bitch you pimp on differently. And a lot of women don't understand that. You know, a lot of women never understood that, man. You know, well, how come, she got to go here and, I was with you and I had to wait and then, and let's just, kick the elephant in the room. How come, I waited this long and you fucked her, during this time and woo, woo, woo. Every situation is different. Now, I'm not saying that, let me put this in simplicity, because some people comprehend things wrong. I'm not saying that you going to make one bitch wait 6 weeks and then the next bitch that you get, you fuck her on the same day. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm simply saying that, it might have been a bitch that you didn't fuck, and she was paying you accordingly, but you might didn't touch her, until 6 months. Another bitch you had, you sat up there and you fucked her, within 60 days. This is accurate. Now, of course, women, when they hear it, oh, no, hell no, you know what I'm saying? But any pimp that's been in the game, every situation was different. We're not talking about feelings right now. We're talking about reality of this lifestyle. Every situation is different. And let me also say this. Every woman that pay pimping ain't even gonna experience that with pimping. It's not for you to bless everyone. Oh my God, let me talk about these hidden treasures because it ain't just information. It's even the fornication with a pimp. Hey man, every woman that come through that door, that get involved with you, ain't gonna be able to be able to evolve with you sexually. Every woman that give you currency ain't gonna be able to sit up there, you understand me, and give you some pussy. No. And it ain't even just because the pimpin' might not be attracted to you. Do you hear what I'm saying? You just might be attractive. But because of certain things that you did, or maybe the prior situation that you come from, it would not be wise for a pimp to engage in that with you. This is why I say you got to do more listening than talking. A woman might come from a situation where, she was with a guy that was just, giving away dick the way God give out air. And the moment you hear that, that means that you need to step up your discipline even more. What are you saying, P? Meaning that, man, shit, it's going to be a long, long time or no time that she might see this dick because of where she come from. I don't want to be a part of that category where she's speaking on guys that, oh yeah, man, whew, all of these pimps, man, they just stayed fucking me. I got with Andre, he fucked me in 2 days. I got with Supposed the Prince, you know what I mean? He fucked me in 7 days. I got with Marcus, he hit me in 2 weeks. Then I got with Frank, you know what I mean? He hit me in 4 days. You know what I mean? Woo, 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 woo. I got with Big Dick Pimp. You know what I mean? Big Dick Pimp, you know what I mean? He was smashing me every day, sometime before work, sometime fuck me on the track, you know what I mean? Fuck me after the track. One day I begged him, let me take a shower. You know what I mean? He had to tear me up before I got in the shower. You know what I mean? Then it was Mac Big Balls. I was fucking with Mac Big Balls for 2 months. You know what I mean? That nigga, man, he couldn't keep his dick out of me. After a bitch tell you about how she was fucking with Big Dick Loke, you know what I mean, and swiny Mike Big Dick, you know what I mean, Killer, and after she tell you about how she was fucking with Cage Marier the P, you know what I mean, aka Mac Nuts, after she tell you about all of these situations, you would be a fool to sit up there, you understand me, and go behind all of that and do the same thing, dumbass. That's why I say you have to listen. You know what I mean? You got to listen. A bitch will give you the blueprint on how to conduct yourself. And guess what? Even when she don't sit up there, bro, I already did that. You know what I mean? Even when I'm teaching some game right now, like, that situation's so little compared to the shit I'm saying. You know what I mean? Come on, man. You talking about some rapper. I'm talking about some real game right now. You know, why would you come behind that? You know what I mean? And, you know, after she done told you this, she done slayed so many pimps. She's like the pimp dick slayer. You know? Appreciate that, man. Good looking. You know what I mean? She's the pimp dick slayer. She done had all of the pimps. Why would you come right behind that with your dick out? No. So that means that, man, when I say in the beginning, man, back to the nothing but the basics. Nothing but the basics with the bitch. That means that she don't get to really know me like that. You know what I mean? She don't gonna really know this motherfucking game like that as far as Revelations is concerned. None of that. In the beginning. And see, I have mastered, just like a preacher, I've mastered, you know, how to say in the beginning differently. P, what do you mean by that? Meaning that I'm not going to give her any revelations about Revelations. I'm going to stay in Genesis 1:1. I'm just going to teach Genesis 1:1 so profoundly. I'm going to sit up there and come up with so many revelations, you know what I mean, there's still simplicity about Genesis 1:1 that she may feel that she got something that was just so, you know what I mean, profound. But all I did was say Genesis 1:1 so cold. I just said it differently. That's all. But I never went from the basics. She's not going to sit. I'm not going to be well, we can't get away from that, you know, in all aspects. Pimps ain't going to never be able to get what they give. So in all aspects, you know, you're going to continue to be an overworked, underpaid pimp because in all honesty, the bitch can sit up there and give you whatever she gave you and it's still not going to be equivalent, you know what I mean, to the game that you gave her. You know what I'm saying? So in that capacity, but there are certain situations that some of us get involved in and it's like, man, you can't even be mad at the bitch, man. You did that yourself. The bitch was sitting over there, man, bird feeding you. But you was still dropping heavy game on that bitch. Man, hell no. I'm going to play with her. I'm going to laugh with her. I'm going to keep her intrigued. I'm going to sit up there and build up the anticipation of us seeing one another. But I'm not going to drop no uncommon information about this game to a bitch that ain't gave me the game. That's backwards. I thought you said you was pimping. You giving a bitch the GAME and she ain't gave you no motherfucking GAIN? Or she done gave you some, I like you, I think you cute dollars and shit like that? Hell no. We not doing that. We're not doing any of that. You know what I mean? In the beginning. Oh, but I got this one question in the beginning. See, okay, but I want to know how you do in the beginning. I was wondering, should I go in the beginning? You know, now that I think about it, I want to ask you in the beginning. I'm going to answer any questions that is pertaining to the basics, but anything, you understand me, beyond the basics, no. In the beginning. I'm currently with this trick, and I want to know how to do in the beginning. In the beginning. I'm not going to give you any revelations, any uncommon information. I might just give you words of exhortation. I'm going to give you some edification, but I'm never going to give you anything, you know what I mean, that you know, that is just like out of this world, you know, in another planet, and you haven't even given me enough money on earth. No, I'm not going to do that because I'm pimping. In the beginning, bitch. You niggas better learn how to say in the beginning differently and accordingly to this game. And don't be giving this game up. And always, like I said, as far as the hidden treasures and things like that, meaning the information, that also means fornication. You know what I mean? Bitch shouldn't even have you like that. Treat yourself like a trophy. Treat yourself like the best definition of important because you are. That's what you are. I am that I fucking am. Not about to sit up there, you understand me? And no. Each and every time that you get sexually involved with somebody that is not even willing to make those sacrifices that need to be made, you know what I mean, to honor, you know what I mean, this game, it's quite disrespectful. Stop disrespecting the game. You know, as you get older and wiser, you know what I mean, in this lifestyle, you know, you'll realize that a lot of things that was said by individuals earlier when you first got in the game, you know, that was some bullshit. Appreciate that. You already know the whole world is an ATM machine and the pin number is GAME. You man, appreciate you for listening to this game. Blessings to you. You know, you be like, damn, man, I thought that was some game at one time when such and such said this. That ain't no goddamn game. When them older pimps was laughing and saying this, when I was around them and motherfuckers was sitting over there talking about this, said this, at that time I thought that was very wise. But as I evolve, I end up finding out that, you know, some of those things were, no, that's not accurate. You know? So, like I said, before I bounce out of here, man, and leave you, you know, when you're having that interview with that broad, or, you know, when that broad come through the door, whatever she done came through with, you know, until she sit up there and get her loyalty up, until she get her currency up, until you know that this broad is show enough, you know what I mean, with you in the beginning. In the beginning. Some of y'all got some cold information about how to enhance a bitch abilities to basically be a golden glove in the game, to have sticky fingers. And no, you know, that information don't need to be revealed. You know, and then some of y'all, let me say this, you know what I mean, because I got to make that plain too. Some of y'all be trying to make bitches that ain't thieves. You cannot create a thief. Oh my God, you know, niggas be in this game, they start thinking they God. You can't create a thief. You can only give a thief information to enhance what she already is. But you can't create no thief. That's why we got goofy bitches catching cases left and right now. That's why we got some idiots that's locked up facing some time now. Sloppy. Bitches just sloppy. We got a lot of bitches in the game that think they thieves and you're not. Running out of hotels, butt ass naked and shit like that. You know what I mean? And, you know, but I got it though. I understand that, but you're sloppy. I wouldn't even bless you with the title of a thief, baby. You're sloppy. I've seen so many of them, you know what I mean, claiming to be something, you know what I mean, that they ain't. Then you got some bitches that slipped on a banana peel and fell into a lick, and because of that, the bitch think more of herself than what the fuck she is. It's this one little bitch, I ain't even gonna speak of her name, but I'm so tired of y'all sitting over there eating her pussy, man. God damn, every time that bitch come on the live, y'all just be tasting the bitch right in front of the game. You know what I mean? Every time this little motherfucker come on, and the bitch body built like a goddamn boy. You know what I mean? Her titties is motherfucking stingy. Bitch got motherfucking piece of hot sausages as nipples and shit like that. Motherfucking titties it's a famine in the land. It's a spirit of division in her titties too. You know, I don't know what's up with you bitches, man, with this discord in your titties, but goddamn. But anyway, every time this bitch get on live, they start kissing her ass. These niggas start eating the bitch pussy right in front of everybody. Oh man, there she go. There she go, man. She the one that hit for 100,000. She hit for 100, and she hit for 100,000 years ago. So what? The fuck is 100,000? That bitch hit for 100,000 years ago, nigga. When that bitch hit for 100,000, Moses didn't even come out with the Pentateuch yet. When that bitch hit for 100,000, nigga, it was still dinosaurs walking the motherfucking earth, nigga. Dinosaurs was still sitting over there peeking in, you know what I mean, in the people businesses and shit like that. When that bitch hit 100,000. Come on, man, knock that shit off. Every time that bitch come, there go that she hit for 100. And then let me say this: you look goofy because did she give you the 100,000? Did she put it in your hand? You ready to speak in tongues for what the bitch did for another man? You goofy motherfucker. To have it as her name. You stupid. But yeah, man. Niggas sitting over there celebrating and speaking in tongues as Casper the Friendly Ghost get them utterance for a bitch that did something for another man. Did the bitch do it for you? So unpimpish. And you, it's like, I could see like if the bitch sat up there and gave you something, but goddamn. And let me say this, man, when you the pimping, you not a part of no bitch fan club. I'm not in the fan club of Nan bitch. Of Nan bitch. You niggas is in fan clubs of renegades. How you a so-called pimp and you part of the fan club of a renegade? You part of her fan club. You a fan. The bitch, if you seen the bitch in person, you would take a picture with her and an autograph. I remember this one nigga, he be trying to act like he just the real deal pimp. You know what I mean? Nowadays, it kills me. But this the same nigga that when he met a bitch, he took a picture with her and everything, kicked it with her, drunk beverages, and didn't break the bitch, not at all. And this bitch is known for getting some money. But he gonna take a picture with the bitch, you know what I mean, and drinking beverages with her like a good Judy, and didn't break on this bitch at all. Just goofy. You know what I mean? And now, so when I see him, you know, talking on the thing, I just instantly go out. If you notice on certain platforms, when I come in, I see certain people talking, I just instantly leave. Because I don't want that bullshit to even get in my spirit. I don't even want to hear it. I'll be like, man, do they just be putting certain people up, man, to piss me the fuck off? God damn. I'm like, man, let me get the fuck up out of here, man. Niggas be sitting over there putting certain so-called pimps up just to piss Sin off. I'm like, yeah, let me let him up here and talk about this game to piss Sin off. I really think that. You know what I mean? One nigga, all he do is say the same goddamn thing all the motherfucking time. You understand me? Telling these people talking about some, if you ain't got a hoe, you ain't a pimp no more. So as soon as the bitch leave, all his credibility, all his history, all his ministry, all his identity, all of that leave with the bitch. These niggas just stay empowering the bitch. These niggas is activists for hoes. Activists for hoes. Just motherfucking motivational speakers for hoes. These niggas is not pimps, man. And they not even giving in true motivation. But like, hey, like I gave y'all that video on Patreon. What you need more than motivation is discipline. Somebody can say something to you and be like, ooh, I'm fired up. Ooh, wee. But without discipline, you would do that little shit they talking about for 2 seconds. And then 2 seconds later, you'll be back doing the same goddamn thing because you don't have no discipline. So you can listen to these goofies if you want. You know what I mean? You know, but it is what it is. Do your thing about it, baby. But yeah, man, bitch came on there, you know what I mean, talking, and they just had a praise and worship service for a bitch. They hit one little measly lick. I'm like, goddamn, not even multiple times? And then it was 100 years ago for another man? What you niggas speaking in tongues about? But, I mean, hey, it is what it is. I just had to spank them niggas, man, for a little second. But, hey, once again, you know, value this pimping. Everything that I said, it just go back to just valuing the pimping. The reason why it's so easy for niggas to laugh at pimps when a renegade or a bitch is speaking down on a pimp, it's because they don't value the pimping. When you see niggas kikiing and ha-haing to jokes or statements that's made by renegades or a bitch that, just speaking down on pimping, the reason why it was so easy for him to laugh and, kiki and ha-ha and all of this shit is because he don't value the pimping. That's all. The reason why it was so easy for you to gossip with that bitch, you know what I mean, and say what the next man ain't, and the next man, because any real bitch will tell you, any real bitch that ever talked to Sinful, she will tell you that when we talked and she spoke on her situation, whether this bitch fuck with me or not, Sin always let it be known what was right and what was wrong. Because certain bitches came and they was speaking about their previous situation, and as I kept listening, I was like, damn, bitch, it sounded like the nigga was over there pimping on you. Yeah, sound like it was some pimping going on in that situation. Okay, well, no, I can't speak on that. No, I can't speak on that. P, what you saying? Meaning that if the bitch say something that's right, I just get quiet, or just change the conversation. Because even when a nigga wrong, I don't even speak against a nigga that was really like, I'm not gonna do too much. I'm not gonna do no bashing on no man, even if he's a simp, a stranger, a fool, whatever. I might speak against the activity, but I'm not gonna speak against him with the bitch, because when I do that, I become girlfriends with the bitch, and I can't do that. And I noticed that feminine spirit is just going everywhere, man. You guys gotta watch that shit. I just not too long ago, I heard a conversation between Spider Low and this bitch that said that she been fucking on Whack 100, that she say Whack been cheating on his wife with her. And the questions that Spider Low is asking the bitch, I'm like, goddamn, I thought. Then I thought about it, I was like, well, them gangbangers, man, they be ready to fight and kill somebody, but that's cool. But, when you really look at that, a lot of their ways is feminine too. They don't know how to socialize. They don't know how to sit up there and rationalize with another man. That's another reason why they even do the things that they doing, because they've been deceived into thinking that it's G shit when it's really some feminine shit. Niggas have been deceived into thinking that what they did was gangster, or what they doing is gangster, but in all actuality, this shit is emotional and gay as a motherfucker. So it really wasn't no surprise to really hear Spider Loc getting his Tasha K and his Wendy Williams on with this bitch about, Whack 100's affairs. Like, why are you on the phone with this bitch and you talking about, because that's the way it sounded. The conversation was so gay, I thought Spider Loc was getting ready to ask the bitch how big Whack 100 dick was. Was it good, girl? How he fuck you? Did he fuck you like a real Paru? When he hit it, did he say Paru? I always thought that when he fucked, he might say Paru even while he fucked. Like the way that he was talking in there, I really thought that he was gonna sit up there and ask the bitch, you know what I mean? Did Whack say Paru when he bust a nut? Did when he hit you from the back, you know what I mean? Did he say on Pacoima Paru? Did he say that? Like the way he was talking to the bitch, you would have thought he was fantasizing, about being with Whack. I just gotta keep it real. And I know that, motherfuckers might not like, what I'm saying. They might take it back. Hey, man, I'm just keeping it like it really is, man. Sin don't know how to sugarcoat nothing. You know what I mean? Why are you talking about another man? Nigga, the Bible talks about other men. What type of gay question is that? Why are you talking to a man about why he talking about another man, goofball? Why God wake you up today and you got your goofy ass in my comment section asking me what the fuck I'm talking about? That's the answer, goofy. That's stupid. The whole conversation we've been having, we've been talking about men and women. You dumbass. What do you like? Do y'all think about the shit that you say before you say it? As you look at YouTube, everything is about another man. You listen to a song, what is he talking about? Another man. If you read the word, what is it talking about? Another man. Like, what are you talking about? Did you think even about the logic of what you just said? I promise you, if you think before you speak, you won't even speak it. But once again, man, like I said, that feminist shit is just everywhere. We do not be on the phone with no bitch, asking the bitch, so, how he fuck you? Oh, he was butt ass naked? You talk to people, not about people. That's a lie too. You're lying to me. See, that's how I know not to even trust you. Because you're lying. You're lying. I know not to trust you. You're being feminine right now in my comment section, even by lying. Because if you was a real man, you would have kept it 100. But now you didn't lie to me already. I've not even known you for a whole 60 seconds, and you already lied to me, and you said that you don't talk about nobody. I've never met one individual that never talked about nobody. Even Christ talked about them crooks in church, called them foxes. What are you talking about? So you the only individual that ever came on the planet. You never talked about anybody. Man, get your gay ass, get your male Jezebel ass out of my comment section. You're lying. And you ought to be ashamed of yourself, you know what I mean, for sitting over here lying. This is the day that the Lord has made, and you got your ass in the comment section just lying. You could be anything you want to be on the internet, and here you is choosing to be a liar. Lying ass nigga. You know what I mean? Just lying. You can die at any time. Your grandmama told you that these is your last days, and you want to waste your last days lying. I say to someone's face, no, you wouldn't. You probably 5'4" by the grace of God, you know what I mean, with shoes on saying this shit. Man, shut your ass up. You're not going to do a goddamn thing. You ain't going to do nothing but just sit your sassy ass in the comment section, you know what I mean, hoping to sit up there and say something that's funny. Man, knock it off. You going to die a sassy man. Just sassy. I don't talk about nobody. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I don't talk about nobody. You know what I mean? Tell them, Saboba the Prince. Oh, Avon lady ass. Just sitting all in my motherfucking comment section. Just sitting over there with the whole Bath and Body Works spirit. Talking about I don't talk about nobody. Get your goof ass on. You know, I don't talk about nobody. I don't talk about nobody. You know, like I told you, that Max Zesty spirit is omnipresent. Appreciate the 10. That even I've seen the pimping, the cripping, the blooding, the GDing, the BDing, all of these niggas on one accord, devaluing themselves. Every time that you play gossip girl with a bitch on another man, you disrespecting yourself. You're devaluing yourself. There's not one woman that could tell you that, yeah, I was on the phone with Sin and, you know what I mean, he was talking down on another man to me. Not one. And there's women in the comment sections that have talked to me privately. Not one bitch can tell you that, yeah, I had a Wendy Williams show with Sin. Talk about niggas. Yeah, I talk about niggas all the time. I be staying roasting. But I'm not going to do that with the bitch. I told y'all about that time when we was in Whole Foods and that nigga sat up there and followed the bitch, you know what I mean, all around the store. And then when she finally get outside going to her car, he following the bitch to her car. She said, sir, please do not follow me to my car. Sir, please stop following me. Do not follow me to my car, sir. Loud as hell. And I wanted to laugh. I truly did because the shit was funny. But because he was a black man. And she was a white, I couldn't do that. Because he was a black man. Just off the strength of him being a black man, I cannot laugh at this black man in front of these white people. And it was funny as a motherfucker. But I just couldn't do that. Just because he was black. I just couldn't do it. But when I walked away though, when I finally got by myself, oh man, I died. I'm like, God damn. Goofy ass nigga. Follow the bitch like, first of all, I told you guys about doing that. If you gonna say what you gonna say, you know what I mean? Just like we say, get down where you mad at. Hey man, Mac where you seen the bitch at. Yeah, Mac at the bitch, man, you know what I'm saying? Where you seen the bitch at. Soon as you seen her, soon as it was the convenient, available time for you to get your Mac on, you know what I mean? And then start macking. You know what I mean? If you a pimp, you know what I mean? You seen the bitch, you know what I mean? As soon as it was the available, convenient time for you to start doing some pimping, yeah, man, campaign at her mind. Yeah, just like that. But all of this following bitches to their car and all of that type of shit, you look kind of crazy. The only way that I could see you saying something to a broad is if your car was right next to hers or it wasn't that far away. But to actually follow behind her, you look goofy. Stop disrespecting yourself. But back to the message that I never left. In the beginning. Yeah, the reason why you don't see me giving no uncommon information within the conversation to a bitch that has not, given herself the, she haven't proved herself, she ain't validated, is because I respect this game. I can't be like King Hezekiah. I have to protect the treasures, as I said in one message, but like I'm telling you in this message, in the beginning. I'm not going to preach or teach any other message to this person or these persons, and to the spirit of the game lead me that way. Until then, it's just going to be Genesis 1:1. Until then, I'm going to learn different ways on how to say Genesis 1:1. What am I saying? Kick the basics. I'm not giving you no revelation. I'm not giving you no uncommon information. I'm just going to give you some edification. And you don't have to sit up there and reveal something in order to edify somebody. So yeah, I'm gonna edify you. I'm gonna keep you intrigued. I'm gonna, give you words of exhortation. I'm gonna keep you laughing. I'm gonna be the embodiment of entertainment. I'm gonna do all of that. But until them prerequisites is fulfilled, I'm not gonna bless you with that. And that's how your mentality should be. That's how you stay not blessing people with them hidden treasures of the game. People have to prove themselves. They have to prove themselves to be loyal. You have to give that game to somebody who's trustworthy. You can't give no information to an individual that's not going to preside over that information correctly and wisely. Why? Because the treasures are getting in the hands of the wrong people. Hold on, let me do this. Yeah, you know what I mean? It'll get in the hands, of the wrong people. And that's not where it's supposed to go. P, what do you mean by that? Meaning that I told you guys before in New Orleans, you know what I mean? When in New Orleans, the Milwaukee niggas was doing their thing. But because, certain things was happening, the Milwaukee hoes, started kind of like fucking with them New Orleans niggas. And so you had niggas, some New Orleans niggas that didn't have one pimp bone in their body, finding out information that they had no business having, all because you gave some information to this bitch that wasn't, she proved herself not to be worthy. And now she's evangelizing that information to different individuals that she gets involved with. And now that information is traveling amongst people who are not worthy of the information. You have to be very careful. Also, you not just with the woman, you got to be very careful on who you give this game to, as far as even with the pimping. I seen Freeze one time give some of the coldest game to a nigga that he thought was his friend. I'm talking about the coldest game. I was there when Freeze laced the nigga and his hoe. I was there. Sat down and taught them the whole everything. how to do this, how to do that. I was there. And at that time, they appeared to be rocking with each other. That same individual that Freeze taught that impeccable game to is the same individual that now, be speaking on Freeze's name, you know what I mean, with dirt, lying on the man, you know what I'm saying, trying to be disrespectful. And Freeze ain't done nothing but be good to this man. Ain't never gave this man hoes before, gave him jugs before, gave him some game that was a blessing to him and that one hoe that was pretty much damn near his wife at that time. You got to be careful of who you bless with that type of information. Everybody's not worthy. I know it seemed like, you know what I mean, because some of you guys are some very genuine, sincere, good guys. And because you're a good guy, you pretty much be giving information to individuals that don't deserve it. And them same individuals that don't deserve it are going to be them same individuals, man, that turn right back around and bite you in the ass. One thing, even though we don't see eye to eye no more, but one thing that Johnny Cash be saying, he been saying from the beginning to the ninth inning for a while, is if you treat a sucker like a pimp, that sucker in return will treat you like a sucker. Once again, if you treat a sucker like a pimp, that sucker will treat you like a sucker. You have to treat us, what is that saying? You got to treat suckers like suckers. You cannot sit up there and treat a sucker like a pimp and then get surprised and mad when the motherfucking sucker treats you like a sucker. Because the sucker looking at you crazy for treating him like a pimp. That sucker know what he is. He been with himself his whole sucker ass life. Which goes back to sinful saying, to be around a sucker for 2 seconds is too long. Keep that game on you. Some of y'all remember them days, you know what I mean? Of course, we don't see eye to eye no more, but that's from the days when me and Johnny was doing videos. Johnny on one end and say, you know what I mean? If you treat a sucker like a pimp, in return, that sucker will treat you like a sucker. And I come right behind that saying that to be around a sucker for 2 seconds is too long. Stay sucker free, man. You know what I mean? Value your time. Value your presence. Value your game. Value your pimping. Everybody not worthy to fuck with you. You know what I mean? Everybody not worthy to fuck with you. And you got to have that mentality too. Not just towards bitches, but bitch ass niggas. You know? So when you come in that crowd, another thing, when you might be in a circle of pimps, you will notice that in certain circles, it always be the individuals that want to overtalk. And sometimes they want to seem as if they're the smartest. They want to seem as if they're the greatest, in the circle. So he's constantly interrupting. He's constantly, saying things to, put it out there that he has some information that the other representation don't have. Always be observant. Always be watchful. Always listen. Because you can't learn if you talking all the time. Them type of individuals, miss the game because they act like they already got the game already. Hold on. Appreciate that, baby. You know what I mean? Appreciate that, best channel. I appreciate that statement. Good looking to you, and thank you for appreciating the game with that statement that you made. Blessings to you. I hope you find the right representation that the game has called you to be with. You know what I mean? All I want is all the women, to be happy with the right representation in the game. I just want you to be happy with the right gentleman, baby. You know what I mean? I hope you get that. May the will of the game be done in your life. But, yeah, man, When you, some of you women, let me talk to the women for 2 seconds. Some of y'all, you be like, I was with him. He didn't give me no game. He didn't give me no game. He might have been one of them individuals that's just like Sinful to P. You didn't give him enough motherfucking dimes, so bitch, he didn't sit up there and give you no motherfucking valuable thoughts in his mind. Bitch, he didn't bless you with that. Yeah. That's why your results was those results, because he didn't bless you with the motherfucking thoughts, that you really wanted. Because he knew you wasn't worthy of it. He didn't bless you with that game. It wasn't that he didn't have the game. He just knew you wasn't worthy of it. You wasn't worthy of it. And that's not just in the pimp game. That's in all walks of life. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad had conversations with Brother Malcolm that he never had with the other brothers. Why you think so many brothers within the nation was jealous of Brother Malcolm? Because Brother Malcolm had a relationship with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad that not all brothers in the nation had. Do you understand that? It wasn't that just him being the speaker and him being an eloquent teacher and preacher. No, he had certain liberty. He had certain power, not just with the people, but he had power with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad that the other ministers did not have. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad told Brother Malcolm some things that he didn't tell, the other brothers. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? That's why it hurt the Honorable Elijah Muhammad to see Brother Malcolm doing some of the things that he was doing after having so many confidential conversations with Brother Malcolm in private. So you just got to look past the Spike Lee movie and look at the things, like it sure enough is. Look at things from all angles. Look at things from other people's perspective. I trusted you. I invested in you. I gave you certain information that I didn't give other representation within the nation. In other words, I gave you nation business. Nation business. And you do not put nation business among enemies. If you've never been a part of a nation, you wouldn't even understand what Sinful is saying right now. If you've never been a part of an organization, you don't understand what Sinful is saying right now. But any man that would take nation business and sit up there and convey it and give it away and speak, among adversaries is a man that is worthy of death. If you've never been a part of a nation, you would not understand that. If you've never been a part of an organization, you would never understand that. So when you see what happened, that was nation business. I trusted you. You betrayed me. But I'm giving you some game that can hinder you from being betrayed. Do you hear what I said? I'm giving you some information, man, that could avoid the misunderstandings because of the outstanding understanding that's being conveyed right now. Before you bless certain individuals to be in certain places of your life, let them prove themselves first. Let them prove themselves first, man. Don't be fooled by pretty faces. Don't be fooled by cool personalities. Don't be fooled by charisma. Don't be fooled by dynamic speeches. Don't be fooled by feel sorry for me ass testimonies. Because you got some people that got some good drag game. Cold drag game. They running drag on you, man. Telling you false testimonies, things that, didn't even happen in their life. You got people that'll tell you that, I went through this and I went through this and I didn't have this and I didn't have this. And because you being who you are, you will feel sorry for them. And now that is a vulnerability. Now that is an opportunity for them to take advantage of you, to manipulate you, to accumulate off of you. Watch Be watchful, be sober, be vigilant, and know that the enemy has many devices that they use to charm and disarm you out of the treasures, out of the uncommon information, out of you. Pete, what do you mean by you? You, your soul, your ministry, your glory, everything that God has given you, everything that the game is giving you. Be watchful, man. Be careful. Be prayerful and hope that God be merciful to you in this sinful world. I hope, man, that you've learned some things that was conveyed within this video. Stay on game, man. You know, Malcolm was not bigger than the nation, brother. Stop it. Any brother that thinks that, you know what I mean, you're quite ignorant. Any brother that tell you that the Malcolm was bigger than the nation, that's a brother that's been watching Spike Lee movies. That's not somebody that's not, you know, thinking. No man is bigger than the program. No man is bigger than the organization. No man is bigger than the nation. You must understand that you don't have to be a part of the nation to take good game from the nation. P, what are you saying? See how when Kevin Samuels died, by certain things not being in order, just like when a drug lord dies, everybody fighting for territory? That's the same way it is now, you know, when it comes to, you know, in any type of movement or any type of leadership. You have pastors, bishops, gang leaders. You have individuals right now, if they died, their whole dynasty, their whole movement would fall apart. But as we look at the Nation of Islam, they have they have an innumerable amount of great leaders within the nation to choose from to keep the message afloat. They're prepared. As you see, Brother Malcolm was very dynamic. And we're not going to get into a comparison between him and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. But one thing we can agree upon is that the nation continued through the vision of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Because at one time, if you know history, at one time, you know what I mean, the nation, it seemed like it was discontinued after the Honorable Elijah Muhammad had passed away because of a lot of bullshit that was being done by his son. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad message looked like it was getting ready to, you know, get out of there because of a lot of the bullshit that his son was doing. But it took the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan to bring the message back. You know? Okay, brother, God bless you. I'm not on that right now. I just used that as an example to convey what I needed to convey at the time, you know, but you have a lot of studying to do because right now you sound like somebody that just seen a Malcolm X film. You read a few captions on Instagram, but you really haven't done any diligent study pertaining to the domestic life of a Muslim. And I'm not a Muslim, but because I'm a knowledgeable man, I'm a man endeavoring to be knowledgeable, that's why I read about the Nation of Islam. You know, and I would never say anything, you know, disrespectful as Brother Malcolm was bigger than the nation. Appreciate that 20, brother. Good looking. That's like saying Sinful to P was bigger than the pimp game. Truthfully, Sinful to P was never bigger than the game. It's because of the game that you came to me. Don't ever get that fucked up. I might donate to a charity. I might speak on spirituality. I might do some things that, you know, are very positive, but always remember what I'm a representative of. And you all gravitated to me simply because of the game. When you look at the name on the channel, it don't say Angel to P. It don't say Christian to P. It don't say Minister to P. It say Sinful to P. So I am not a wolf in sheep's clothing, brother. I am a wolf, you know what I mean, that's telling you about the game. I'm not using manipulation or deception or any of that. You know, you just know what it is when it comes to me. You know, so it's the game that's making you gravitate. You know what I mean? It's this information. It's the lifestyle, whether you like it or not, you know. But again, I appreciate all of you. You know, hopefully something was said that was beneficial to help you be official in your lifestyle. And as I like to say, the game is so impeccable that it's applicable to everything that, you know, we want to do. But once again, whether you be a preacher, teacher, leader, pimp, whatever you're doing, do not trust certain individuals with information until they have proven themselves. And not only that, you know what I mean? Not just proving themselves as far as information. Don't allow certain people to have positions in your life until they made sacrifices. You know what I mean? To have that position in your life. And also, if it was that easy for a person to be rebellious or disrespectful or disobedient or to leave, don't beg nobody to do right. Don't beg nobody to be in your life. It's a privilege for a motherfucker to be in your life. It's a privilege for a woman to be with you. It's a privilege for this woman to be involved in your lifestyle. Stop treating the game like, ooh, could you please be in this game with you? I mean, could you please be in the game with me? Could you please obey my pimping? Could you please do right? Could you please follow the structure? Could you please follow the instruction? Stop doing that shit. Don't beg no bitch, you know what I mean, to do what the fuck she should be naturally doing. She should naturally be submissive. She should be obedient to you. I'm not about to sit up there and kiss your ass to do what you should be doing. You either gonna do what's vital to the title that you profess to be or not. But again, blessings to everybody. I hope you live as long as you want, never want as long as you live. And y'all let me know. Y'all get in the comment section and let me know. I'm gonna let it stay up for a few hours, but I just might put this on Patreon. Yeah. I said a few things up here that are really Patreon worthy. It ain't really even worthy to be on YouTube, but y'all let me know. You know what I mean? My Patreon family, y'all let me know, man. You know what I mean? Should I snatch this up and put this on you, keep it on YouTube, or should I put it on Patreon? But in the meantime, man, get my likes up. Make sure everybody hit the like button. Make sure everybody comment. Blessings to everybody. We will be back later on today. As a matter of fact, it's 1:02 EST. I'm going to take care of some business. And hopefully when I come back, later on, man, we'll have a, a call in, later on. Love you guys, man.